Have you ever been watching a show and suddenly your jaw drops? You know, that moment where you lean in, your eyes go wide, and you let out a little gasp? If you're a fan of Antiques Roadshow, you've probably had a few of those moments. But what if I told you about a moment that wasn't just gasp-worthy, but record-shattering? A moment so epic it's still being talked about years later. Well, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let me tell you a story about a little piece of history that caused a major stir and a whole lot of happy tears. Back in 2017, something truly magical happened on Antiques Roadshow. The team had set up shop at the Black Country Living Museum, a place that's already brimming with history and incredible stories. But on this particular day, a story was about to unfold that would make history of its own. An expert named Geoffrey Munn, a man who has seen more incredible jewelry than most of us could ever dream of, was about to encounter an item that would completely take his breath away. And when I say take his breath away, I mean it literally. A guest arrived with an object that didn't look like much from a distance, a beautifully crafted ornament of a pure blossom. But this wasn't just any ornament. This was a Faberge piece, a name that sends a shiver of excitement down the spine of anyone who knows anything about fine art and jewelry. This isn't just a piece of metal and stone, it's a piece of art, a piece of history, a masterpiece. And this particular masterpiece was owned by an army regiment. Can you imagine? This incredible piece of history, crafted from gold, jade, diamonds, and silver, sitting on a rock crystal base, was a cherished part of their collection. The guest who brought it in even shared a little secret about its life. It still comes out on dinner nights, when the officers and the regiment are assembled. It's perhaps suffered over the years from being stuffed under the bed on occasions at the end of the evening. That little detail makes it even more endearing, doesn't it? This priceless piece of art getting tucked away under a bed like an old teddy bear. It's so relatable and human. As Geoffrey examined the piece, you could see the excitement building in his eyes. He confessed, "It's making me utterly breathless, this really, because I find Faberge things on the Antiques Roadshow, but nothing of this scale." He went on to explain just how special this piece was, noting its size, sophistication, and provenance. He even compared it to only two other similar flower objects in the United Kingdom, both of which are part of the royal collection. Let that sink in for a moment. This piece, which had been lovingly brought out for regimental dinners, and then, at times, unceremoniously tucked away, was being compared to items from a royal collection. The tension in the air was palpable. Everyone in the crowd, and every single person watching at home, was on the edge of their seat. Finally, Geoffrey delivered his verdict. He looked up, his voice filled with a mixture of reverence and pure excitement. "I am going to tell you, in my opinion, that this is worth £1,000,000. The words hung in the air for a moment before the crowd let out a collective, audible gasp. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated shock and delight. The guest, a man who had clearly been expecting a lovely, but perhaps not life-altering, valuation, was absolutely floored. He let out a surprised "really? Goodness gracious," and then burst into a joyful, slightly disbelieving laugh. He added with a twinkle in his eye, "Well, I'm supposed to say now, it's not for sale. But it certainly isn't for sale. I'm just the custodian." It was the perfect response, humble, funny, and full of a deep appreciation for the historical treasure he had the honor of looking after. This incredible story came to mind recently when another jaw-dropping moment unfolded on a rerun of Antiques Roadshow. This time, the show was at Portchester Castle, and expert Mark Smith was about to experience a show first. A couple had brought in a family heirloom, hoping to learn more about its history and value. As they carefully unwrapped the item, Mark's eyes lit up. He couldn't contain his excitement and surprise as he declared, "This is a unique moment on the Antiques Roadshow. In all the years I've been on the Roadshow, we have never had a Victoria Cross, the highest award for gallantry this country has." The audience held its breath. A Victoria Cross, the most revered award for bravery. The guest revealed that the cross belonged to his wife's grandfather, a man she had only vague memories of. She said, "I'm very proud of him, obviously, with what he achieved, and what he achieved was truly remarkable." Mark shared that this brave soldier, Sergeant Akendon, had fought in the Battle of Passchendaele, a name etched into history for its brutal conditions and incredible heroism. as Mark read the citation detailing Surgeon Akindin's